for OpenAI, the way that it could become a $1 trillion company is actually by cutting the cost to such a low degree that nobody else can effectively compete with it. And then at that point, they can become a small tax. You'd rather just pay it than try to compete with it. And I think for OpenAI, that's actually a very brilliant strategy. So that's how they could get to become very, very large in valuation, would be to become so pervasively relied upon, and where they take such a minuscule take rate of their participation in you building a company, that could be really effective for them.
Like cloud computing, right? Like we're going to just take such a small tax. Yeah.
No, that's not a small tax. That's a large tax.
That's the picks and shovels play in a way to create the developer ecosystem for AI. And Chamath, to your point, I mean, I think you raise a good point that, what was their motivation to take such a dilutive round, the 10 billion at, what was the valuation at 30?
30, yeah.
Yeah, and does that imply that they're not confident? I mean, the flip side of it could be maybe they know they want to compete on the basis of rapidly, becoming the developer platform. And so they're going to subsidize that developer platform, with negative gross margins for some period of time. And maybe that's why they need a lot of capital.
And they were in kind of a reflexive loop of just cost of getting better versus the amount of money they had to get better. And so maybe they were forced to do it. And then in that point, how would you justify it? You would say, well, the other 50% is still hugely valuable, so that's enough for us. And I think that's very logical as well.